is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 24 online CFM game. We are now in week 5 of the 2026 season here in the Premier Madden League. There are only 4 remaining undefeated teams left in the league, and 2 of them face off on Monday Night Football. Our Los Angeles Rams will be hosting the also undefeated Atlanta Falcons, who have Micah Parsons on their defensive line. That is going to be a problem, clearly, as we're talking about before the game, and he's going to be a little bit more of a problem because as we click on this storyline, Micah Parsons' X Factor is going to be activated at the start of this game. And that is a little bit more headache-inducing considering we are down to our backup quarterback. Of course, in last week's win over the San Francisco 49ers, we paid the price of a couple of injuries, mainly to our starting quarterback, Jalen Henderson, who was going to be out for the next 3 games. So we are going to return to the rookie out of Utah, Robbie Ashford, to be our starting quarterback this week against the Atlanta Falcons. Ashford took over in relief after Henderson got injured in the second quarter last week. Wasn't really playing too well, but we're going to see how it goes with the rookie second-round pick and, I suppose, hope for the best. And of course, with CJ Donaldson in the lineup, we're probably going to have to rely more on that ground game and let the standout rookie from West Virginia do his thing rather than the rookie quarterback out of Utah. We also have Sam Howell on the bench ready to go if things go up in flames with Robbie Ashford. I kept calling him Sam Darnold last video. It is Sam Howell on our bench. You see, he's a 78 overall with pretty solid attributes, so he's definitely a better pure pocket passer. So if we need to flip that switch, we know where to go. Hopefully we don't get put in that situation, but obviously this Atlanta Falcons squad is pretty well built considering they are undefeated. But Atlanta is also suffering some injury woes themselves. They're missing their X-Factor running back, Bijan Robinson, for this game. The chit-chat is done. It's time to play ball. We are underway here in Rams house, SoFi Stadium, with an on-fire Micah Parsons on the field. Our first goal is to exterminate that flame, and the best way to do that is by running the rock and not letting Parsons take the game over with his X-Factor early. So we get back-to-back planned runs in with CJ Donaldson, and I think we need 20 yards to extinguish the flame. That might have done it right there. CJ Donaldson making easy work, and now we finally calm down Micah. Now we can try to pass the rock downfield. Fleming! Robbie Ashford's first pass attempt should have went for a touchdown. Instead, we face 3rd down and inches. Donaldson with Parsons trying to bring him down. He's able to keep the legs churning, gets the first down. Nothing more than that, but that's all that we needed. There's Robbie Ashford's first completion of the game in his first career start. Bombing downfield, he's got him! CJ Donaldson, the rookie first-round pick on the reception from the throw from the rookie second-round pick. Robbie Ashford to CJ Donaldson, a big touchdown, and we got him on the play action, and thankfully, Robbie's able to make that throw at least. I mean, we're not asking for too much. These are open throws. Just make them every once in a while, and we should be all right. This Atlanta Falcons team, as you guys saw in the preview, they are a little bit talent depleted. This team, along with their injuries that they have going into this game, they also have a pretty weak defense that we're going to try to exploit, even with the backup quarterback. But offensively, this team still has a lot of talent. They have Jalen Waddle and Kyle Pitts to do damage. Here's Pitts, end zone! Oh, he couldn't make the grab. Grant Delpit just saved the touchdown, knocking that ball loose as Devon Jackson is on the scene to knock that pass up intended for Kyle Pitts. Here's Jaden Daniels' third passing attempt in a row. He's got it to Ladd McConkey for the first down. Yes, Jaden Daniels is the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. The LSU product has made his way to the ATL to be the franchise quarterback. He's going to need to make another big play here on another 3rd down. Need 8 yards or more. Pressure up the guy. Oh, through the hands of Bo Braid. Incomplete. And Atlanta is lucky that it's just incomplete because Braid had to go through his mitts as the Falcons will gladly settle for a field goal. You saw the pass rush on Jaden Daniels forcing that throw in traffic, and I mean, we got the perfect play. Just sometimes you don't make those catches, but we'll take the defense to stop holding Atlanta to a field goal, I suppose. We'll take the small win. We don't want to get too frustrated about things. We are in the first quarter. What we don't want is more injuries, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Cooper Kupp is knocked out for this play. Robbie Ashford taking off. Robbie's got 90 speed, so like Jalen Henderson, he does have that ability to break the pocket and scramble for first downs when needed. Kupp's all right. We're not going to rush him back. We'll put Calvin Ridley in the game downfield. Oh, Calvin Ridley nearly stepped in and scored immediately, but Ashford misses another big throw. That time we got hit on the throw, so now it's third down, and we're probably giving the rookie too many pass attempts. Looking, going, Fleming, bombing, and incomplete. Broken up by Blackwell as Atlanta has everybody on the line, so we're going to have to match that on the punt. Just put that one out of bounds. No one can return it. Pretty well driven punt by Ethan Evans. As Rayshon Benny injured on the play. A loss of 4. That's the good news. The bad news is Benny the Bull, who is one of the many guys on our defensive line who's off to a hot start this season, out for the next couple of plays at least, and out for the rest of the game with a bruised sternum. What a hit by Devon Jackson, by the way, to force the incompletion to bring up a third down and 14. Oh, you cannot run away from Aaron Donald. Jaden Daniels is one of the fastest, most athletic quarterbacks in the game, but Aaron Donald is still him, and he proved that last week by winning the Defensive Player of the Week, and he's looking for an encore against the Atlanta Falcons. Julian Fleming, punt return outside, shedding a man and forced out of bounds. The only thing that can stop Fleming is the sidelines. Good blocking for Donaldson, who gets the first down on the carry. And look, Robbie Ashford has thrown a touchdown pass in this game, but we don't want to get too pass happy. End zone. Never mind, because Julian Fleming is always open downfield. Julian Fleming takes the top off the defense. Box office, Julian Fleming does it again. And after the slow start to this season, Julian Fleming has woken up in a big way and has become a big part of our offense. And look, for a rookie quarterback, that throw downfield is not easy, but when you have someone like Julian Fleming that can get that much separation, it makes the game easy. That's all we want to do. We want to make the game easy for our rookie Robbie Ashford. And this is Jalen Waddle on the run. Waddle out the backfield gets a gain of 5 yards. Here's Pryor. He'll be the starting running back today with no Bijan Robinson, not getting too much. Bringing up a third down play action. Daniels outside. Green's got the grab as Uriah Thomas brings him down by the ankles at midfield. A big conversion by the Falcons offense that needs to dial something up. It is the start of the second quarter, but you can kind of feel the game getting away from them. They need an offensive response on this drive, on this play, on third down. Daniels will call his own number. Oh, he takes a late hit there, trying to get greedy for extra yardage before he slides, and took an unnecessary shot there. Second down, it's Waddle again on the run. Good blocking, and Grant Delpit eventually brings down Jalen Waddle, but not before he takes the Falcons into the red zone. Daniels under pressure, end zone. Oh, Waddle is clobbered, thrown down, never stood a chance. Second down, end zone again. Over the head of Kyle Pitts with Durant lurking. Now it's third down, and Daniels play action. Pressure going, got it. Touchdown, Green and the Atlanta Falcons. They want to be undefeated still, and they're putting up a good fight. And man, I think the Falcons got away with one there because Aaron Donald actually got pressure, and I'm pretty sure under pressure lit up and forced that pass away from the intended receiver. Green was not the intended receiver on the play. He was just there, right place, right time. So Atlanta buys a break, and they'll buy another one as Robbie Ashford misses a throw. Though at this point, it's just like, maybe it's our fault for putting Robbie in the game. Oh, there might have been space for Kupp. I don't know. I might be all right with that incomplete pass, Robbie. You can have one incompletion. Just don't make it two. Third down and 10. Robbie scrambling. Got it. Donaldson for the first down. That was a broken play that really should not have worked because, I mean, there were two Falcons on the scene. One of them could have stayed on CJ. We'll take that fortunate gift. Sam Howell in the game. Going Fleming. And he missed him. Oh, death, taxes, and overthrowing Julian Fleming, no matter who the quarterback is, of the Los Angeles Rams, balls out, and a great scoop by Isaiah Wynn. That's a winning play. They get the fumble recovery to keep the drive alive, but right now, Robbie Ashford has us second-guessing every decision we make passing the ball. just wondering whether the kid can play. He has 13 pass attempts midway in the second quarter. That's probably too many, but we go to him for pass number 14. And look, we're just going to throw it to Julian Fleming all game. If that's what's working, that's what's working. Here's C.J. Donaldson to finish the drive off. Oh, he finished off that defender with a strong stiff arm. Next play, C.J. in for 6. He wears 6 on his jersey because that's all he does. He scores touchdowns. C.J. Donaldson doing it again. And this is just picking up where he left off at this point. I mean, we kind of expect these kind of performances from C.J. Donaldson. As we talked about pre-game, it's just like, yeah, he's that dude at this point. It's not a fluke anymore. It's not just that, we played the 49ers. C.J. Donaldson can do this against just about any opponent. And he's always the bailout button for us. And we need to slow the pace of the offense down. We call up C.J. And our offense is looking pretty good so far, of course, with C.J. Donaldson and Julian Fleming taking the top off the defense. They are creating quite the dynamic duo in this new look offense that has to retool with Cooper Kupp regressing, because Cooper Kupp was the star of the show. Now we got to find new ways to win, new ways to score, and we're doing just that as we force the 3-and-out against the Atlanta Falcons. They suffered an unfortunate overthrow there by Jaden Daniels on 3rd down as Terry McLaurin gets involved in the action for the first time today. Good run, a 1st down for Donaldson. Just out the 2-minute warning. You see we're chewing a lot of clock here. We have an 11-point lead, and I like to go into halftime making this the final drive of the first half if we can. We actually burned a timeout there. Oh, Ashford, rolling, looking, going, Kupp. Missed him on the run, and that was actually nearly intercepted on the errant pass. 2nd down, there's nothing there, and Ashford actually has to take a coverage sack here, loss of a yard. Micah Parsons getting home, but at the end of the day, that was going to be a throwaway if it wasn't a tackle, so 3rd down and 11. Let's see if we can protect. 3-man rush, not getting close. Ashford going deep. Here's Donaldson again. Ashford to Donaldson is a great passing connection. And we'll go to CJ as well to try to finish this drive off like he did the last. He takes us to the 3-yard line. Falcons not calling a timeout, so we're going to chew a lot more clock before the next play. Donaldson in the backfield, 3 yards away. Tackled immediately. Maybe lost half a yard on the play as Atlanta burns a timeout, which is fine by us. 3rd down and goal. Robbie Ashford trying to plow his way in himself. That was an option play, and clearly the wrong decision on the option. We probably had the pitch to, I believe, Donaldson for 6. And we end up settling for the field goal. But the good news is we did take away all the Atlanta Falcons timeouts and essentially made that the last play, or the last drive of the first half. We're up by 14 points, and this is a good opponent, so we don't want to screw around like we did last week against the San Francisco 49ers with the lead. And, we got to, not throw 4 interceptions, not get silly, not give this opponent a chance to get back into the game, because they'll more so take advantage of the opportunities, unlike the game against San Francisco last week. Plus, the Atlanta Falcons do get the ball to start the second half. They have a chance to make it a 1-possession game immediately at a halftime, so we'll see what our defense can do. We're playing a pretty good game defensively so far. Don't want to jinx anything. We'll see as they get the 1st down with Pryor. Now here's Jackson on the carry outside. The running game is simply not there for the Atlanta Falcons, besides the few Jaden Waddle runs, oddly enough. Jaden Daniels, Jalen Waddle. I keep mixing up Jalen and Jaden. Here we go. 3rd down. Daniels needs to make a throw. He won't get a chance. Aaron Donald has been reborn in 2026. Here comes Azariah Thomas. He tried to block the punt. Azariah Thomas. There. Oh, man, he gave that punter a heart attack. We came close, man. I think with 99 speed, with Azariah Thomas and the length he has, 6'2", we could block a punt with Azariah Thomas if we time it better. I don't think I timed that well at all. I think the block punt could be in our playbook, but we'll have to save that for another time, I suppose. 2nd down. Good patience by Ashford. Good passing. Good decision going to Terry McLaurin. That moves the chains. Now Donaldson. That's the way to tackle him. Gotta go low on the 6'1", 257-pound back. But yes, when you take out CJ, we put Nick Chubb in the game as Donaldson, back in and back out. CJ to the crib. Donaldson, that was a dazzler. He got 2 ankles for the price of 1. Well, technically 4. Oh, wow. The cutback on the run. And for a guy that is 6'1", 257 that we previously established, he's also got 92 change of direction. That is not fair. That is Derrick Henry-esque. And he does possess that skill set where it's not just, you know, he can get those bruising runs as we've seen. He can also finish runs. He can make that move and take it all the way for the touchdown rather than running out of gas at some point. Aaron Donald, I mean, he's the Energizer Bunny. He never runs out of stamina. He's making play after play. Though Kyle Pitts will always have a final say as he makes a grab. And I mean, considering what we saw from George Kittle a week ago, I suppose it's no surprise that Kyle Pitts will make catches like that. We just got to keep those kind of guys in check. This is Daniels. Oh, Lucan just flattened that man, and he's hurt. Lucan just made him go lights out. Wow, let's check the diagnosis as Jared Goff checks into the game. It's a bruised knee. I guess not so surprisingly, he was clutching his knee. What is surprising is Jaden Daniels is back on the field for this third down, risking his health for the team. Pump faking, and he takes a shot. Brian Burns got in there. 4th down and 5, down by 21 late in the third quarter. Atlanta's got to go for this one. Handling the bat snap. Daniels just got it off and just got it in to Ladd McConkey. Aaron Donald nearly forced the turnover on downs all by himself as Waddle, who hasn't really been able to shake too much in the passing game. Oh, wow. Pitts! Not going to get it here. We're doing a good job making sure Waddle doesn't beat us over the top. It's just all about keeping Pitts in check, I suppose, as the Falcons actually burned a critical timeout before a critical third down. Here's Daniels looking to pass outside. McConkey's got it! Oh, Ladd McConkey juking, jiving, and scoring. Big run after the catch. He had the first down, and he was not going to settle for just that. Breaking ankles in the process, just like C.J. Donaldson. And what a greatly executed 12-play drive by the Atlanta Falcons to keep themselves in the ball game. But this is where they have to turn up the defensive side. We have kind of had our way on this side of the ball, but we have our biggest play of the game. 3rd down and 4, and we have to trust the rookie to make a throw. He does. He dials up 10. No matter who the quarterback is, you overthrow Julian Fleming and you dial up 10 on 3rd down. Those are the rules of Rams football. As we see Nick Chubb getting a lot of carries on this drive. Here's another one. Chubb shaking a man off, and we're going to the veteran here down the stretch to try to close the game out. Here's Donaldson, fresh legs. And I mean, it feels like an embarrassment of riches that we can interchange Nick Chubb and C.J. Donaldson right now because, I mean, Nick Chubb is still a 90 overall, and Donaldson, I mean, he's proven his worth today and then some. He's been the price of admission and more than that. Close to 100 yards rushing, but it's Nick Chubb trying to finish the drive off, and look how much clock we are chewing on this drive. Here's Chubb. Who could have made a man miss? We could have maybe scored a touchdown. 2nd down, Chubb back at it. He'll walk in for 6. Nick Chubb. That might be the exclamation point on this victory for the Los Angeles Rams. In the battle of 4-0 teams, the Rams now up by 20 with 3:19 remaining, make it 21 because you know Chase McLaughlin is good on the PAT. And as well executed as the Falcons' double-digit play drive was, we kind of just matched them and arguably outdid them. Devon Jackson, sky high. He shoots to the ceiling to get that interception. That is an inhuman play by the 2nd-year safety, Devon Jackson. There's a reason why he broke the single-season interception record last season, because he is a freak. And Jaden Daniels just learned that the hard way. 3rd down, trying to put the game away with a pass. I tried to take a little shot middle of the field, a little double post action, and I mean, if the play wasn't there, I was all right with taking the sack. Settling for the field goal. We know Chase McLaughlin's got the leg in the dome. No threat as long as the Falcons don't try to block it, which they actually did not, very surprisingly, because they absolutely needed to have a chance. But we get the field goal good. It's a 24-point lead, and at this point, we're just going to sub out a lot of our defensive starters, and I mean, it doesn't really matter what the Falcons do on this drive. Just got to get this drive over whenever we can, and we can celebrate our victory and moving to 5-0 as Jalen Waddle. I almost said Jaden again, but it is Jalen Waddle for the touchdown from Jaden Daniels, and a little waddle before we get out of this game, I suppose. And man, look, the Falcons are going to go for this 2-point conversion to try to make it a 2-possession game. You got to compete until the final whistle. Let's see what the penalty is. Waddle, he had the catch, but it's offensive pass interference, so I mean, there wasn't really much of a chance to get back into this game. You do need the onside kick, but that is not a good onside kick, so we'll gladly take that. And Azariah Thomas, he's trying to wave the Falcons goodbye with a stunner on the kick return. Azariah, there was no reason for that. As we get tackled at the 30-yard line, and now we'll kneel the ball with Sam Howell and take our victory. I wasn't really trying to do anything on that kickoff. I'm pretty sure I was on conservative ball carrying from the previous drive, so I don't know how Azariah hit the journal, but once he hit that, I was like, hey, man, we scored this. This will be a pretty sick play. Might as well go for it. You know, we got 99 speed, Azariah Thomas. I don't know what they did on the onside kick, but, hey, man, we'll take it. We'll take it. And we'll take our victory, man. Like, at the end of the day, we just had to play a smart game against the Atlanta Falcons, and that's what we did. We didn't turn the ball over. We didn't have a sloppy game like we had last week, and the ground game really got it done at the end of the day, and that seems to be more of our MO these days, is being a top ground and pound team. Even though we have the ability to pass the ball, it seems like we get big chunks out of the rushing department every single week, and Donaldson close to 100 yards, and Nick Chubb, he did a really good job closing that game out, and I like Nick Chubb in that closer role for now because CJ Donaldson's carrying rating is still under 80, and, you know, in games like that, you don't want to fumble down the stretch. You don't want to make silly mistakes to, you know, lose a game that you kind of have in the bag, so I wanted to go to Nick Chubb down the stretch, and he played really well for us on that drive to chew up a lot of the fourth quarters, so that's something we're going to have to revisit, where it's just like, all right, until we get CJ Donaldson's carrying rating higher, I like Nick Chubb in that closer role for us, but otherwise, I mean, CJ Donaldson is that dude, and our Rams team is really coming together, man. 5 wins, and it feels like our roster is clicking on all cylinders. It's fun right now for sure when you're winning games and going 5-0 like last season when we started off 2-3. So leave a like on this one if you guys enjoyed what you guys saw today. Subscribe for more Madden 24 online games. I will catch you guys next time. Thank you, as always, for watching.